Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you B6TN inserts. Now, I wanted to create something out of paper. I wanted to create a dashboard which I can use putting in my TN little insert bits and pieces. A lot of times, like from the Foxy Fix, I've got the clear ones, right? And you can see through those, nothing wrong with them. But now and then I want to create, you know, the paperweight ones. And I wanted to make sure they were functional and they were tailored to what I need. It might not be to everybody's taste, but if I can give you a few different ideas, then, you know, that's great. So what I really wanted to do is, for my sticker storage, basically, it helps me out a lot. So I'll show you what I mean. So I made this folder here. I did use Planner Society kits and other bits and pieces from other kits as well. Okay, so I created the folder and I will show you in the tutorial how to make this as well. I'll show you how to do it with the window, and then you can customize it whether you want the window or not. Okay, so this is what I mean by the window here. All right. Now, I like to see my stickers, so hence why I've got the pocket here. I've made this into a clear window. Now, you don't need to do a clear window on that side. You can just have it like this, where you've just got it plain and you stick a pocket there and a pocket there, and then you've got two pockets up the top as well. Your choice, but I really love the window and I love my pocket, my clear pocket here, because I like to see my stickers. This way I can pull them all out, and these are the ones that I done myself and I foiled myself. I can put them in here, then I know that, you know, that's my sticker book. It's a go-to. Here I can also put my dashboards. So if I want to change up my dashboards at any time, like your B6 ones, I will, let me see if I've got one that I can take out and see if it actually will do, like when you cut them down to fit into your plastic folder, in your PVC folder, that can also sit in there, although it will stick out a little bit, but you know what, that kind of doesn't bother me anyway. And so I've got little journal cards and everything that can go in there. You know, I've got my little dashboard layers as well, which I stick in there, and they fit perfectly in your TN. So I have designed this for the B6. You can alter the measurements and make it for an A5, and these are for your TNs. Okay, and that closes up like that. So you've got a cute little dashboard. You open it up and you've got your stickers here as well. Or you can even put a, let me get this, your little booklet, and insert it there as well. Okay, so you've got your monthly spread, and then you've got stickers at the back. But for my purposes, I'm not going to put anything in between it. I just want to keep it solely for my stickers. So then I know I need to go to that folder there, and my stickers are inside. Okay. Now, I did create another one, which is this one here. I keep on getting up to see if I'm in camera view. Sorry, guys. This one here as well. Open it up. This one was plain. I did do the acetate here, which I just wanted to keep it as a window. You guys can have like cardstock on there. I made some of my own templates. You can do a circle, half circle, you can do an angled one. Now the best way to do it too, if you're going to have a half circle one, oh, let me see if I can find a secretarial pocket. If you guys have a secretarial pocket, you can trace around it. Now I'll show you what I mean by secretarial, if I can find the right one, because, you know. So this is a secretarial, and what I did do is trace it from one of my Foxy Fix clear plastic ones, and I made sure I had a 1/4 inch gusset or spine here, so that I could fold them over and tape down to create that pocket, as opposed to just sticking it down. It gives me that, I get to use all of that room in there. So you could do that and decorate it as well. But I like the concept because I want to see everything, you know, my planner stickers there. That's the way that I left it. In this one, I used my envelope punch board, and I like this design. And then with this one, I use my circle punch to do that with. But I really love this folder because I love all the busyness in it, and then I love this one for the simplicity. So without further ado, let's get on with a tutorial, and hopefully this goes okay, guys. Like I said, I've been out of practice, so we will get on with it. I will just grab my papers. Now these papers are from the Planner Society kit, and I do believe they measure 11, so you'd need to, I'll get this lovely paper trimmer out. Just let me measure it for you guys, and then we can see. Yeah, 11 inches. So you want the papers 11 inches. And I do mine just, when you sit it on the 7-inch mark here, just go back 1 dash. I'm not going to give you the 18th, you know, 3/16 or whatever, right? So I line it up with your 7-inch mark and go back 1. And that's all you have to do. It's that tiny little notch, which I'm not sure if you guys can see. I'll hold it up. Oh, you can see it there, I'm not sure. So hit your 7-inch mark and then go back 1. That's the easiest way of doing it. Then I'll cut that. And these you can use as little belly bands or decoration pieces, so don't throw them out. You can always use those up. So let me get that back again. Ooh. I love this paper trimmer. Okay, perfect. So you have 2 pieces here. All right. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to score this. And I'm going to use my EK tools. And let me see if I'm in frame there. Yep, certainly am. So what you're going to want to do is score it, I'd say ½ an inch on either side. Turn it around. And you do that on this side. Now you can do this with lightweight cardstock as well. Make sure it hasn't got, how can I say, any foiling on it. Or you could try it with foiling. It might actually crack. So be wary of the direction of your papers, because sometimes when you've got, I probably could have done it that way, but that's pliable, whereas there's more resistance in that one. So you don't want to be doing it on the resistant side, otherwise you'll find cracking along the sides here. This paper is perfectly fine. I haven't had any problems with it. So I will fold those pieces over, and I'll burnish with my bone folder. Okay. Now you're going to want to keep an eye on the direction of your papers. This one really doesn't matter, but if you've got it flowing one way and flowing that way on the back, it's because we're folding them into each other. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to measure the center bit here. There's no point in doing that. All you need to do is line it up and just leave a little gap, about 1/8 of an inch before you get to that score line. And that's all you need to do, okay? Get your bone folder and score it. And you want to do the same with this one as well. Now, if you've got directional paper, just say you've got a certain pattern. Oh, where is my folder gone? Like, just say the print goes along one way. Okay, so you're going to have to match them up so that the prints actually match up together when you fold them over. Okay, if that makes sense. Like I said, it's been a while since I made these videos, so bear with me. Okay, so I'm going to fold this one over as well. I'm just going to score it. Once again, I'm going to leave that 1/8 of an inch. Make sure it's lined up as well. Okay, so you've got these 2 pieces now. All right. Then these are the inside pieces. So you're going to want to either punch with a circle punch or use your envelope punch board. I'm going to use my envelope punch board. If you haven't got that, you can cut into it. There is so many ways. You can do it, you know, do it by hand as well. So all I do is I tend to eyeball a lot. Like I'll punch and go along and keep on going along until I get the desired effect I want. Okay. Now this is a pretty simple tutorial. Nothing fancy about it, guys. Okay, make sure we get there and leave the same amount of gap. And you've got to have rough edges along here. I kind of like it, but you can trim them down with scissors. It's up to you. I think that looks about right. So I've punched all along there. That looks kind of cute. Actually, how much did I leave on that side? I might do it one more over, and then I'll be happy with that one. Same thing. Now bear in mind you've got one facing one way, one facing the other way. Now don't make a mistake on these ones. Alrighty, so I'm going to go, what you can do too is line it up. I'll put this paper there. Line your other one up. Right, so we have these closed over. What I'm going to do is open it up and lay it on top, okay? So in order for me to have the same punch line across, I'm going to just trace it, okay? Then I can line that, oh, won't worry about that. Then I can line it up with my envelope punch board. Okay, so that gives me that line, and then I can go in with my punch board and go along. Okay. So good idea would be to make yourself a template. I suggest that you start with some scrap paper first and try it out first. I always recommend that because you don't want to be wasting your good cardstock or your, you know, any of your kits. So that's it there, and I might go over one on this one too. That's about right. Okay. Perfect. All right. So now, let's clear this off. We have got this here. Okay. I'm just going to erase that. Now, what we want to do is create the window. Now, there's two ways of doing this. You can measure it on your paper trimmer. You could measure it out with your ruler and come in. It depends on how high you want it. You can come in, just say 3/4 of an inch on either side, and then mark it all around to get your square. For me, for argument's sake, I'm going to use one of my dies, and this is a Dynamics square dies. Now, because the Big Shot isn't big enough to run this through, which would have been ideal, unless you've got the Big Shot Pro, I think it is, you could probably run it through with that, but I've only got a Big Shot. So I'm just going to layer mine on the inside, and then I'm just going to trace it. That's all I need. Or if you've got a frame, like punch out frame from your scrapbooking, you can trace the inside of that. Like I said, try it on scrap paper first, please, because otherwise you're going to end up ruining your papers, and I don't want that for you guys. Okay, so I've just taped it down with washi, and I'm just going to trace it around. And all I'm going to do is get my paper trimmer. And I'm going to get this one to do it with, because the rotary one is a lot harder to do this with. And I'm just going to line that guide up, and I'm going to start my square and cut out my square there. And you keep on going around until you've got it cut out. Now I'm pretty much rushing this, which I shouldn't be because the square's not. And if you find you're kind of off, like you haven't cut it properly or whatever, you can always fix it up. But once again, you know, do it on your scratch paper so that you're not making those mistakes on your good paper. Okay, let's go back here and line it up with my line. Perfect. And if you did cut it nicely, it should pop out no problems. And I need a new blade because I can see some rough edges on here. Okay. Now, the good thing about this window is you can use acetate, you can use transparency film, or you can use, I'll get that out of the way, and if you've got any lines there on the sides from your pencil there, you can just erase them. But you can see where mine are pretty ragged along here. My blade is actually blunt, but I can fix that up. I'm just doing this for the video purpose. Okay, so what I used was my cello bags for the window. That's all you need, very inexpensive. I just wanted, acetate is a lot thicker. You've got your cello bags, transparency film, and then your acetate, which is, you know, a lot thicker. I just wanted something which was going to be, you know, not as heavy on there. I just wanted something lightweight, so I just used a cello bag. Now, these can be cut down because we want to fit it inside here. Okay, so I kind of eyeball mine because I know where mine need to be cut. Or you might be able to find a cello bag that fits perfectly. Now, because this is a, you know, a bag, you can create 2 of these. So all you need to do is cut along the edge. I'm just going to find my scissors. Oh, there they are. Okay, so we just cut along the edge here. Sorry guys, this is probably going to be a long video, so I'm not going to decorate mine, but I don't want to drive you guys insane with my talking. Okay. And then just cut it down here. Oh my goodness, we've got some lovely cold weather finally. It's been so hot. Okay, so all you're going to do is tape that down on the inside of that window. So what I do is just put my tape down along the inside edge, because your stickers aren't going to catch on this, so you'll be pretty fine. Just be careful if you do use acetate, it might actually catch. Okay, so let's get these up. I should not really use my nails. I'll cut for my little tool. Oh, there we go. Hopefully I'm not getting my head in the shot. Sorry, guys. I love this little thing. Okay, then I'm just going to place my... That's stuck to me. Place my window in there. Just lay it flat like that. And make sure you've done it right. And it's not pulling anywhere. So that's the window there. Okay. So then what you're going to do is you will... These pieces here. Now what I didn't tell you too... This piece here, once you've got your score line there, I want you to add another score line because we just want a little bit of a ledge in there. So a little bit of a gusset, if you can see here. So hopefully you can. So I'm just going to go in and mark it. So once you've done your 1/2 inch, I would move it over 1 notch and then score it again. Okay, so that gives you that extra bit of gusset. Alright. Alrighty, so we've got that there now. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stick these down. Now I'm going to use my wet glue, and I created this charm myself. I did see it in an Etsy store, and the lady doesn't ship to Australia, so I decided to make my own, and I was quite happy with it. You just got to use your use a sterling silver pin. Okay, so I'm going to stick that there, and what I'm going to do is you want I messed that one up, didn't I? Let me see. All right, so I'm just gonna fold it over here. See how my gusset, well, my score lines are slightly off here? That doesn't matter because we need that extra gap there in case you bulk up your sticker book, I'd say. And now you can do 2 windows, 1 on either side, and then add a pocket or no pocket. You'll have 2 pockets up the top, so that wouldn't really matter at all. So I'm just going to line it up there and then just fold that down. Now, because that's not going to be on the edge there, I'll make sure. Perfect. That's too much now. So I'm just going to line that up. Okay. Fold that over, that would help, wouldn't it? Okay, so I just folded that over, and you'll see that will go on the back of the notebook. Now, you don't need to do that gusset bit. I just do it because do it on the opposite side than what I've done mine. I done it, simple fact is, because I wanted to have that extra space there. So then we're going to stick this down. All right. Hopefully you guys saw that. Oh, geez, I tell you. All right. So when you fold that over, that'll come in like that, and that'll come in like that. And then that folds over like that, and you need to burnish that down. And you should have your little gusset thing here on the edge. Now what I did do, I used washi tape to strengthen that inside there, only because this is paper and it will tear with rough use and everything, because we're constantly pulling them in and out and moving our T-ends. So all I do is I get a thick washi tape, one that I'm going to use from whatever collection I'm using. Oh no, nothing worse when you rip it. Okay, so I'm gonna not really kind of stick it down because I want to make sure that none of that is peering through, so I can go over a little bit on this one. Okay, perfect. And beautiful. All right, scissors, just cut those off. I'm just going to trim it, flip it over, and then just trim it. Boy, am I out of practice with these tutorials, guys. I'm going to need to make a whole lot more, I'm telling you. Okay, perfect. Alrighty, I'm so excited about this, I tell you. Okay, so there's my window. So then what you want to do is you've got your window, so we're going to glue everything down. Okay, so you can either glue the edge here or you can put tape on it. totally up to you. I'm going to put this back on my glue and I'm going to put tape on it, and I hope like crazy this is filming because I haven't been checking it. And I'll put tape on the edge of this one as well. Any questions, guys, please don't hesitate to leave a comment. I'll answer them as best as I can. Okay, then fold it over, and then this side. Ugh. Now you can turn this into a shaker pocket too. So you're only limited by imagination. All you'll need to do, you probably wouldn't cut that side with your envelope or a circle punch. You just leave it square and then seal up both ends. So there is so many possibilities to this, guys. Now, not only can you use this in your T ends, I'm just putting glue at the bottom of this to create my pocket and just finish it off. You can use it in your junk journals. You can use it as an extra little booklet in your mini albums. So, you know, possibilities are endless. And I will endeavour to use one of these in my junk journals and one of these in my mini albums. And I'll show you guys how I do that. Now, you can also, when you create the envelopes with the windows, you can also use the cello bags for that as well. So that is, they're perfect because they are lightweight and they have that lovely crinkly sound of what do you call it, of the windows for the envelopes that you've got there. Okay, now you can use, I know a lot of people get from their Target dollar spot, they get the clear plastic pockets, so you can use a plastic pocket on that one. You can use a decorated pocket on that one, or I've got a real long one which you can kind of put it on the side and have it coming out that way. Or you can create your own like I did in my other TN. Now all I did do was, I think it was this one I used, I done a square piece of paper and then I angled it and then cut it down the side to fit my TN. And that's how I created the pocket. Like I said, you can have different angles. You can have it at different heights. There's that one, which is another one. And you can certainly leave that side open. That'll be glued down. And you could do that mirror image on that side as well. So just say this is the same as this one. You could have it like that and put it over your window as well. So then that will create another pocket on top of that. So you'll have 4 pockets there. Or you can leave it like I did, just with the one pocket and do that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, it was a quick one. There's your little booklet there. Fold it over, give it a bit of a burnish, and you're ready to go after you've decorated it. And you can stick it in your, oh sorry, I'm being a bit rough with this one. Stick it with your TN, inside your TN, and you're good to go. Okay, now if you need to cut down before you do any of the windows or anything, sometimes the elastics are different in all the TNs. So what I would do is measure the elastic and make sure you can get it in there. If you find it's pulling the elastic like this, you need to cut it down a bit. Okay, I'm using a Foxy Fix, but I found even with my Foxy Fix elastics, they're different in kind of it also depends in their sizings. It depends on how tight that elastic is. I'm lucky with this one, it's pretty good. But do use your washi tape down the center of that and then glue them down. It gives you that little bit of extra strength. So there's that. That will be my TN. There's my 2 sticker books. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope it turned out okay. Have a happy scrappy week, and thanks again for stopping by. Hopefully I am in channel view there, and take care of one another, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.